G'day. This is Charlie, and I'm coming to you today from my locals community with your daily dose of business inspiration. Come on over and join me at askcharlieleetham.locals.com. You can join the community for free. You can become a supporter, access supporter only content, comment on these posts and any posts that I put up, create your own conversations, even, and help me keep creating content like this, like my podcasts and like my tutorials. Today, I want to talk about topic number 156, the value of continuous learning. Now, we've spoken about continuous learning a lot in my videos and how that helps you with all the other things that you've got to do, but we haven't actually spoken about continuous learning. So let's dig into that. But before I do that, I'm actually going to use an example first. Normally I put the example at the end, but I want to put it at the beginning today to give this all context. So Warren Buffett, I know the name Warren Buffett, and I knew the name Warren Buffett, but I didn't really know a lot about him. I know a little bit more now. I'm not sure we will ever know all the story about Warren Buffett, but the man is one of the most successful investors of all times. I also understand that he still lives in the same house he grew up in, which to me is quite inspiring. But he's the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. Now, he is a prime example of the value of continuous learning. Yep, he's known for his investment acumen and business strategy. But did you know that he attributes most of his success to his lifelong commitment to learning? It's not that he had this stuff in his head when he started. It's not that he just learned it all by osmosis. This man apparently spends 80% of his day reading and seeking new knowledge. Now, that says an awful lot for me. Now, he's a great investment. This guy's got one of the wealthiest men in the world, but he didn't just fall into it. He worked hard at it, and he worked hard at it by continuing to learn. So that's one of the reasons that continuous learning is really important. Now that I've given you that, let's talk about the sorts of things. So I've already given you an example of why continuous learning is important. But let me give you a couple of other reasons why I think it's important. First of all, you get to adapt to industry change. Now, change in general, you get to adapt to that. Now, in one of my earlier podcasts, I mentioned that, we have had as much change in the last 50 years as we had in the previous 100. And then, so that's 2024. I remember back in 1990, we were saying that in the past previous 50 years, we'd had as much change as they had had in the previous century as well. So it's just accelerating, like the rate of change is accelerating. Innovation, technology, the things that we can do with now happens at a much faster rate. So we need to be able to adapt to that change. We need to be able to adapt to industry change, and continuous learning helps us stay updated with the latest trends and technologies and best practices in our industries. Now, whether we decide to take advantage of that change and that the new stuff coming down or not is a different matter. The fact that we are abreast of it, the fact that we know about it, the fact that we know that it's coming allows us to make a decision as to whether we're going to take advantage of it or not, or whether we're going to implement it in our businesses. If we don't know that it's there, or if we don't understand it, we can't make that informed decision. And that's why that's important. It also helps us with our problem-solving skills. I'm a problem solver naturally. I love solving problems, but I have to say that if it wasn't for the fact that I'm always out there learning things and looking at things and seeing what's coming down and what's happening, and then someone says this isn't working, me going, oh, let me go and read some manuals, and let me go and do some Googling and see what I come up with. Let me go to Stack Overflow and see who's having a similar problem and what they found out about it. It helps us with those problem solving skills. And I've got to say, it does help my problem solving skills. Now, one of the things that does is it gives me a whole heap of information that I can sift through and say, that's rubbish, that's good. That might be useful. Let me go and, oh no, that's useless now. That one was good. I'll pull that one in and keep it up keep it for my process here. So it helps us with our problem solving skills. It also helps with career advancement. Now, maybe that's not such an important thing for us as business owners, but certainly for our own staff and our own staff team members, if we can help them, then they will help us. So helping them develop their own skill set and helping them be better at what they do just helps us in the long run. All right, so that's the importance of continuous learning. How do you stay? But the issue that I see is how do you stay curious? How do you stay eager to learn? You can experience burnout pretty quickly. I'll admit to that. There are days that I just go, I'm just not going to do this. I'm just, not today. Can't look at that today. But yeah, there's certain things that we need to be able to just go, "Yep, today we're gonna learn something new." So setting some learning goals, is important, and you'll see I come back to goals a lot lately. Define clear and achievable learning objectives to stay motivated and focused. It might be mastering a piece of new software. It might be understanding a new marketing trend. It might be developing a soft skill. A soft skill, I don't like the term soft skill, but a soft skill like empathy, listening, communication, those sorts of things. Having those goals can guide you on your learning journey. Now, if you are an objective focused person, like yours truly here, having a learning goal is actually really good. So one of the things I set in the last few months was I want to learn more about AI. I want to learn more about how to use AI in business, how we as business owners can use it to our benefit. And that's been really, really helpful because every day I go and do a little bit around AI and oh, can I do this with that? Oh, look, I can do that with AI. Isn't that interesting? That makes my job much easier. Oh, no, I can't do AI use AI. No, AI is not ready for that yet. Okay, well, that's good. That's something else I know. Utilize a range of learning resources. I personally love podcasts at the moment now in this current situation. I'm really enjoying my podcast. I've got a series of podcasts I listen to. They either talk on a range of topics, might be the one or two people, and they talk on a range of topics, or they bring in guests to talk to, and it's really great for me because I hear something I'm like, yeah, I don't need to know that yet, but that's interesting. Or they'll say something, I go, "Oh, I wanna know more about that," and I'll go and look into it. So I love my podcasts. I'm not such a formal learner. I don't learn well sitting in a class and having someone lecturing at me. Uh, but some people love that, so go and do conferences, go and find courses to do. Online courses work well. I like online courses because they tend to be self-paced, so I can do them in my own time and in my own way. Webinars, industry conferences, I've said that one. Books. Books, of course, is another one, and videos. Yeah, online courses, videos. There's any number of resources, and with the way things are set up, there's any number of ways we can learn. Sometimes, maybe what you need to do is just reach out to a colleague and say, "Hey, listen, can you spend some time with me and explain this to me? Or can I ask some questions about it? Can you show me a few things?" I actually learn really well that way because I model things. So if I'm sort of stuck on something, I really want to know more, but I don't know where I want to start, I'll often reach out to someone and say, "Hey, listen, can you spend 10 minutes with me and just talk to me about this?" And then I'm like, "Oh, cool. Okay, I'm going to go and learn about that." So that's another way of doing it. Professional networks is also a good way of doing your continuous learning. I've got a friend who is an architect and she is involved in several professional organizations. They not only do a whole heap of continuous learning and continuous development for their members, but she also gets to go along to forums and meetings and conferences and meet new people and talk about new things, and they send through information that she can learn about. So professional networks is also a good way to keep your curiosity about continuous learning going. Sorry, I don't mean to stutter. I just get so excited about this stuff. How do you see it? So And once you start learning all this stuff, though, things are going to start changing for you. You're going to, I want to implement this and I want to do this and I want to do that. And gee, I want to take advantage of that. Now, you're going to have to develop some, not resilience, some ability to say, nope, that's not, that this is not a now thing. This is a later thing. I'm going to have to put that on the back burner. Now, that's just part of being a good business manager. That's just part of being a good business owner. But there's also the point that as you start learning, you're gonna start growing and things are gonna start changing just naturally in the way you do things. So, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is embrace a growth mindset. I talk about this one a lot too. Cultivate a mindset that views challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. I keep saying that. When something comes along and you go, "Oh, this is so hard," or "This is not something I wanna do at the moment, but I have to do it," it really helps to think, this is so exciting. This is something new I can learn. This is something new I'm doing. Stay open to feedback. I spoke about that in our last video. Taking feedback can be one of the hardest things in your life to do, whether it's constructive or sometimes it is just criticism, negative criticism at best. Uh, but you're going to get it. You should also be actively seeking it out and asking your colleagues, mentors, supervisors, even your team members for feedback about how things are going, and put your learnings into practice. Find ways to take those learnings and put them into actual practice and into the real world and see what you're doing. All right, guys. So, I spoke about Warren Buffett at the beginning of this. He spends 80% of his day doing this sort of thing. I would love to be able to spend 80% of my day doing those sorts of things. I don't because I'm busy delivering work for people, but I do put that into my daily routine in terms of, okay, this is something new. How can I do this? Is there a new way of doing this? Is there new information on this I haven't kept up with? Have I missed something in all of this? What do you guys think? How do you have continuous learning within your own businesses? Do you help your team members with their continuous learning? What do you do to support yourselves through those sorts of things? And how do you make sure that you stay relevant? You stay even try to get slightly ahead of the industry on things. What is it you do? I would love to know. Come across locals, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Join the conversation. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what works, what doesn't work for you. And as always, please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. If you can leave reviews, they are very helpful for me and for others. And maybe share this video with someone who you think needs to hear it today. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow.